close your eyes for a moment. Imagine this. You're holding a simple old copper penny in your hand. It looks ordinary, but what if I told you that this tiny coin could be worth millions of dollars today? Money bag. Yes. Hidden among everyday change are rare Lincoln wheat pennies that collectors around the world are desperately searching for. Some of these 1-cent coins from the United States of America have become legendary treasures because of their rarity, mint errors, and historical value. In today's video, we're going to uncover the most valuable Lincoln wheat pennies ever discovered, and how you might be holding one without even knowing it. So don't move away, because what you learn today could change the way you look at coins forever. Let's get started. First up, the 1944 Lincoln wheat cent is one of the most famous coins in American coin collecting history. It belongs to the Lincoln wheat penny series, which was produced by the United States Mint from 1909 to 1958. This coin carries the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front and wheat ears on the reverse side, which gives it the name wheat cent. Many collectors admire this coin because of its historical importance and long circulation life. This coin was produced during World War II, when the United States was facing major shortages of metals. In 1944, the U.S. Mint returned to using copper alloy for penny production after briefly using steel in 1943. This change makes the 1944 wheat cent a symbol of wartime recovery and industrial adjustment in American history. The 1944 wheat cent without mint mark means it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Coins from this mint are often more common compared to Denver or San Francisco issues, but they still hold strong collector interest, especially in high grades or special air varieties. In fine condition, the 1944 wheat cent is considered a very common collectible coin rather than a rare million-dollar item. Most circulated examples typically sell for only a few cents to a few dollars, depending on wear and quality. Even in better, uncirculated condition, it usually ranges from a few dollars to around $20. However, there are rare variations that make headlines in the coin world. One of the most famous is the 1944 steel wheat cent error coin. These were mistakenly struck on leftover steel planchets from 1943 and are extremely rare. These error coins can reach very high values, sometimes tens of thousands, or even over $100,000 depending on condition. It is important to understand that the regular 1944 copper wheat penny is not worth thousands or millions of dollars. Many viral claims online exaggerate its value. The true value depends on mint condition, grading rarity, and whether it has any minting errors or unique characteristics. The unique features of the 1944 wheat cent include its copper composition, its historic wartime background, and the iconic wheat ear reverse design. The front design features Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, which makes it the first American coin to feature a real person. Collectors also pay attention to details, such as strike quality, luster, surface condition, and color. Coins that have never been circulated or have minimal marks are considered higher grade and can bring better prices in the collector market. The history of this coin connects deeply with American economy during the mid-1940s. After the steel penny experiment of 1943 caused confusion and practical issues, the U.S. Mint returned to copper-based composition in 1944, making it one of the most stable production years in the wheat cent series. The State Bank of America and financial institutions during that era played a role in distributing coinage through national banking systems, ensuring that these pennies entered everyday circulation across the country. Millions of these coins were produced, making them widely available. Today, collectors still search for 1944 wheat pennies in old collections, coin jars, and estate finds. While most examples are common, the excitement comes from the possibility of discovering rare mint errors or high-grade, uncirculated pieces. The market value of a standard 1944 wheat cent typically remains low, but its historical and collectible value is much higher than its face value. This is why coin collectors around the world continue to study and collect it. The most valuable examples are those with minting mistakes, such as double die errors, off center strikes, or wrong metal composition. These rare varieties are what drive high auction prices, not the standard copper version. Coin grading services play an important role in determining the real value of a 1944 wheat cent. Professional grading can confirm authenticity, condition, and rarity, which directly affects the market price in auctions and private sales. In conclusion, the 1944 Lincoln wheat cent is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history. While common versions are not worth thousands or millions of dollars, it remains a highly respected collectible coin due to its wartime background, iconic design, and connection to American heritage. Next up, the 1946 Lincoln wheat cent is one of the most well-known copper pennies in American coin history. It was produced shortly after World War II, during a time when the United States was transitioning from wartime economy back to peacetime production. This coin carries the classic wheat ears design on the reverse side, symbolizing prosperity and agricultural strength in America. It was minted by the United States Mint in large quantities, especially at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why many examples carry no mint mark. The front side of the coin features the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, one of the most respected leaders in American history. This design was created by Victor David Brenner and has been used since 1909. The 1946 version continues this tradition and is made primarily of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. Because of its copper composition, the coin has a warm reddish-brown color when well preserved. On the reverse side of the 1946 wheat cent, you will notice two wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. This design is what gives the coin its famous wheat penny nickname. It was used from 1909 until 1958, after which it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design. This makes the wheat cent series highly collectible today. In terms of rarity, the 1946 Lincoln wheat cent is not considered extremely rare because millions were minted. However, coins in high mint state condition, especially uncirculated examples, can still attract collectors. The value of this coin depends heavily on its condition, luster, and whether it has any mint errors such as double die strikes or off-center printing. The current market value of a 1946 wheat penny in average circulated condition is usually between a few cents to a couple of dollars. In fine or extremely fine condition, it may reach around $1 to $5 depending on demand. In uncirculated mint state condition, some examples can sell for $10 to $25 or more, especially if graded by professional coin grading services. There are no confirmed examples of a normal 1946 wheat penny reaching thousands or millions of dollars. However, special error coins or rare varieties in exceptional condition can sometimes bring higher prices at auctions. It is very important for collectors to understand that viral internet claims of massive values are often exaggerated and not realistic for standard coins. One interesting feature of the 1946 penny is its historical timing. It was minted just after World War II ended in 1945. During this time, the United States economy was growing rapidly, and coin production increased to meet everyday circulation needs. This makes the coin a small but important piece of American post-war history. Collectors often look for sharp details in Lincoln's portrait, strong wheat lines on the reverse, and original red copper color. Coins that have not been cleaned or damaged are usually more valuable. Cleaning a coin can actually reduce its value significantly, even if it looks shinier afterward. Another important aspect is mint mark identification. The 1946 wheat cent with no mint mark was produced in Philadelphia. Coins minted in Denver carry a D mint mark, and San Francisco coins carry an S. Each mint can produce slightly different variations in strike quality, which collectors often study carefully. Some rare varieties of wheat pennies come from errors, such as double die obverse, repunched mint marks, or off-center strikes. While the standard 1946 penny is common, error versions can sometimes increase value significantly, depending on rarity and collector demand. The design of Abraham Lincoln on the coin represents honesty, leadership, and unity in American history. This is why Lincoln pennies have remained one of the most widely collected coin series in the world. Many beginners start coin collecting with wheat pennies because they are affordable and easy to find. Over time, copper coins like the 1946 wheat cent naturally develop a patina, which is a darkened surface layer. Some collectors prefer bright red coins, while others value natural brown tones. The condition classification usually includes red, red-brown, and brown categories, which affect pricing. The demand for wheat pennies remains strong in the collector market, especially among vintage coin enthusiasts. Even though the 1946 penny is not rare in circulation, it still holds nostalgic and historical importance. Many people enjoy collecting complete wheat penny sets from 1909 to 1958. If you're searching for valuable coins, it is important to carefully check for mint condition, errors, and grading certifications. Professional grading services like PeaceGS or NGC can help determine the true market value of a coin based on strict standards. In conclusion, the 1946 Lincoln Wheat Cent is a historic American coin with strong collector interest, but it is not a million-dollar rarity in standard form. Its real value lies in its history, design, and place in the post-war era of the United States. For collectors, it remains a fascinating and affordable piece of numismatic history that continues to be appreciated around the world. Next up, the 1955 Lincoln Wheat Cent was minted in the United States during a time when copper coins were still commonly used in everyday transactions. These pennies were made primarily of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving them a strong reddish-brown appearance when uncirculated. Most of these coins were produced in huge quantities, meaning regular versions are still quite common today. However, the real excitement begins with a special variety known as the 1955 double die obverse cent. This famous error coin occurred when the coin die was misaligned during production, causing the date, letters, and inscriptions on the front of the coin to appear doubled. This mistake was not caught immediately, and thousands of these coins entered circulation before the error was discovered. The doubling effect on the 1955 error cent is very dramatic and visible even without magnification. The words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," along with the date, show a clear and distinct doubling. This makes it one of the most recognizable and sought-after error coins in American numismatics history. Now, when we talk about value, it is important to understand that not all 1955 Lincoln Wheat Cents are rare or extremely valuable. A normal 1955 penny with no mint mark in circulated condition may only be worth a few cents to a few dollars depending on condition. Even in uncirculated condition, regular coins are usually valued between $1 and $20. But the 1955 double die obverse cent is a completely different story. In high-grade, uncirculated condition, this rare error coin can sell for thousands of dollars. Some exceptional examples in top grading have reached auction prices ranging from $10,000 to over $100,000, depending on quality, preservation, and demand from collectors. It is important to clarify that claims of millions of dollars for this coin are not realistic in the current coin market. While it is highly valuable and historically important, the 1955 double die penny does not reach million-dollar levels. Its true value lies in its rarity, eye-catching error, and strong collector demand. The coin features Abraham Lincoln on the front, designed by Victor David Brenner, one of the most iconic coin designs in United States history. The reverse side of the coin features two wheat stalks, which is why this series is called the Wheat Penny or Wheat Cent. This design was used from 1909 to 1958. The 1955 Wheat Cent was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it carries no mint mark. At that time, mint marks were not always used on coins from Philadelphia. Millions of these coins were released into circulation, but only a small portion contained the double die error. Collectors often identify the rare version by carefully examining the lettering and date under magnification or even with the naked eye. The strong doubling is the key feature that separates a common penny from a valuable collectible coin that can change hands for life-changing amounts of money in auctions. The historical background of this coin connects to a time when the United States was still using copper-based small currency for everyday purchases. Over time, rising copper costs led to changes in coin composition, making older copper pennies like the Wheat Cent more desirable among collectors and investors. Today, coin collectors and numismatists consider the 1955 double-die Lincoln cent one of the top error coins ever produced by the United States Mint. It is frequently featured in coin guides, museums, and educational collections due to its dramatic minting mistake and historical importance. In the coin collecting market, condition is everything. A heavily worn 1955 double-die penny may still be worth hundreds of dollars, while a well-preserved, uncirculated example can reach into the tens of thousands. Professional grading services play a major role in determining final market value. The demand for this coin continues to remain strong because it represents a perfect combination of rarity, visual appeal, and historical error. Many collectors dream of finding one in old collections, coin jars, or inherited estates, hoping to discover a hidden treasure worth significant money. In conclusion, the 1955 Lincoln wheat cent is more than just a small copper coin. It is a piece of American minting history. While most versions are common and affordable, the rare double-die variety stands out as one of the most famous error coins in the world, proving that even a 1-cent piece can hold extraordinary value and a fascinating story. Thanks for watching.